So recently I made a shulker farm, and I want to sell shulkers and make a bunch of money. So I am going to build the biggest shulker in all of Minecraft, and then I'm going to put a whole bunch of fun stuff inside it. Watch to the end to find out what. To start off, I need to find a spot to put this shulker, and luckily I found one right here. I do need to do a bit of terraforming though. Now, before I can build the shulker, I need to get the materials for it. Luckily, a lot of what I need can be gathered in the same place. So I grabbed a lot of sand and a lot of gravel. And now that I have all of this sand and gravel, I need some dye to make it into concrete powder. For the concrete powder, I need magenta, pink, and purple dye. So I grabbed some poppies for red dye, lapis for blue dye, and combined it to make purple dye. To get the pink dye, I got a bunch of peonies. And to get magenta, I got a load of lilacs. And now I've got all of the blocks for the shulker. Well, other than the shulker of magenta wool I forgot about, because I am a dum-dum. So I grabbed a shulker box full of magenta dye and went to the string duper. I don't know how this works, and it might be illegal, but I mean, no one told me not to use a string duper, so I made the string into wool and then dyed the wool magenta with the magenta dye. Could I have made a sheep farm and not have to wait at a string duper for an hour? Well, yeah, but I'm lazy, so. The string duper is also pretty helpful since I need some string to hold up some concrete powder in the air. And now I have all of the materials for the shulker. Wait a minute, I was supposed to make the pink concrete powder into concrete. Now I have all of the materials for the shulker. So let's build it. And there we go, giant shulker. But I can't really sell any shulker boxes inside of this thing quite yet. So I want to start working on the inside of the shulker, starting with the actual shulker shop. I want to put a bunch of fun redstone stuff inside this shop to make it unique. But before that, I want to make this shop actually look good. And to do that, I need to gather a bunch of materials. Firstly, I need a bunch of black concrete, not only for this shop, but also for the other fun stuff later. So I went out to the desert to get some sand. And after a little while of shoveling, I left with 4 shulker boxes full of sand. Afterwards, I flew out to a gravel mountain, and after getting a little bit of gravel, and breaking a shovel, I left with 4 shulker boxes full of gravel. Now I need to combine the gravel and sand with black dye to make black concrete powder. So let's go kill some squids and get some black dye. Okay, so this is taking too long. So instead of killing squids out in the open, I spent 3 hours getting sponges and making a squid farm. And after a little AFKing, I got a shulker box full of black dye. So then I just need to make black concrete powder. And then convert all 14,000 of it into concrete. So I followed a tutorial by Shulkercraft and made a concrete converter. And now I've got all the black concrete I need. The next item to get is spruce wood. I need spruce for the pillars and roof of the shop. So I'm making this tree farm by ENX04. I'm gonna need even more wood in the future to make chests to craft shulkers. So by making this farm, I don't need to cut down the Amazon rainforest. So I got all the materials together for the farm. And I built the farm in my industrial district. To use the farm, I need bone meal. So I grabbed bones from my mob farm and made them into bone meal, which means the farm should be fully operational. So now let's get a bunch of spruce wood. That should be plenty. Everything else is pretty easy. I got wool from the string duper. I mined some endstone in the end, grabbed glowstone in the nether, sandstone from my mining desert, smelted up some glass, and got quartz from my villagers. Now I've got all of the materials, so let's build this shop. Now the shop is fully operational, so here's how it works. To use the shop, you put money into this pot. The pot takes the item the player put in and makes the item go through a sorting system. If we don't want that item, it goes back to the player. If we do want it, two things can happen. If it's a diamond block, it goes through the sorting system, gets detected on the left side of the system, plays a little note block sound, and 5 shulker boxes get dispensed to the player. If you put in a token, it goes through the sorting system, gets detected on the right side of the system, plays a little note block sound, and 1 shulker gets given to the player. So that's how it works. Okay, so you know tokens? Well, they're part of the fun stuff now, I guess. So pretty much I'm making a giant parkour minigame, and it gets harder and harder as you go through the levels. And every time you finish a level, you get a token, which you can exchange for a shulker box. The one problem is that I need to get a lot of tokens to stock the game. And because I'm stupid, tokens are renamed emeralds. So I need to get over 2,800 emeralds. And instead of trading with villagers for hours and hours, I'm gonna make 2 farms to get me emeralds. Farm number 1 is a pillager outpost farm, which I designed myself. So we gotta go to a pillager outpost, get rid of all the spawnable blocks there, and then get all the materials for the farm, which luckily is just a bunch of cobblestone, which I can get from this cobblestone farm, and a bunch of redstone items, which I already got from my witch farm. Everything else is just some glass, some ice, and a load of wood for trapdoors. So now that I have everything, let's build the farm. So how this farm works is pretty simple. Pillagers spawn on these platforms, they get pushed off by the water, and they go through a water elevator up to the killing chamber, where the player kills the pillagers. And the items dropped by the pillagers either get sorted or burned. The whole reason we need this farm is for ominous bottles, which we are using in the second farm, the raid farm. Luckily, I've already got everything needed for this farm. Well, other than a villager. So I went over to a village and grabbed one. Now that I've got the villager in the right spot, let's make the raid farm. And after using it for a while, now I have everything ready for the game, other than the materials to build it. So real quick, let's grab everything. And make the entrance to the game. So as you can see, this game is going to be called Night Run. Honestly, it doesn't really have a good reason to be called Night Run, but I mean, like, you're running and it's dark and it's dark at night, so I guess that's my reasoning. So now that I've made the exterior of this game, I gotta, work on the inside. So pretty much what I want to happen is you put a diamond into the pot, and then after that, it opens the door. But I also want it so if you put in an item that isn't a diamond, it comes back to the player somehow. And I think I know how to do that. Okay, so if I did it correctly, put a diamond in, no block, door opens. If you put a different item in, no block, comes out at the floor. Yes! So that means that the redstone for this bit is working perfectly. So when you put in a diamond and you enter the room, an ender pearl is going to pop out of the floor and you'll be able to throw an ender pearl into the stasis chamber. And that is going to be very handy. So as you can see outside of the entrance right here, there are some step-by-step instructions on what to do to get into the minigame. Step 1 is putting all of your items into this chest. Step 2, setting your spawn. And step 3 is putting a diamond in the pot. But for now, I think we need to start working on the first level of the minigame. So I think what I'm gonna do is just make it harder and harder as you go through the levels. So for the first level, I don't want it to be that hard. So here's what I think I'm gonna do for level 1. So you just start off doing some regular jumps. They're not super hard, and there's gonna be a floor beneath you. And over here, I'm gonna put ladders so that way you can get back up and start again. But over here though, so it's gonna go from regular block parkour to fence parkour, which is a lot harder. So you can do this full parkour thing and you won't have to worry about dying at all. It is just going to be annoying when you fall off and you have to go back to the start, but I mean, other than that, this should be very doable. So real quick, I'm going to build the rest of level 1. And this is what level 1 looks like right now. Pretty much, you just jump over, you get to the end right here, where you can either continue to the next level or go back to the entrance. If you press a button to go back to the entrance, note block sound plays, and the trap door from the Ender Pearl stasis chamber gets flipped down, and you get teleported back to the entrance. But if you enter door 1, you go through here, you get a token, and you fall down into what will be level 2. So this is where level 2 is going to be. And I'm thinking I want to make it a lot more difficult than level 1. So firstly, I'm thinking, let's have lava on the floor. So if someone falls off while doing the parkour, they die. They go back to the start. They fail the game. But before I can place lava all over the place, I want to get an outline of where everything's going to go. So this is the outline for the floor of level 2. Now that I have the outline done, I think I want to make the actual parkour bit itself. Right, so pretty much you're gonna start at about this level, then we're gonna go around, you gotta do like ladder jumps all weird. So you have a ladder jump right there like that, and then you have another one right there, and I failed it. And then when I'm thinking we have another one over there, so then you sort of have to do a kind of tricky jump to get over here. Now what I'm thinking is we could do like a glass pane walkway. Something like this should do. You just sort of have to creep over the glass panes while trying not to fall into lava. Then what if we do a jump from the glass panes to like a ladder jump over there? Right, so jump like here, and then we go up a block like that. Yeah, so then once you get up here, you gotta do like a tricky, you gotta do a jump from that ladder over to there. Then after you make it here, it could be cool to do some jumps on chains like this. So you gotta jump across the chains. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And then I think I want to do one last jump before the exit. So you go from chain to chain to chain to jump right here. And then you gotta do a jump around a block right here and get to that block. And then from here, you'll just jump to the end, which I didn't because there isn't an end right now. So I'm just gonna finish up level 2 real quick. Alright, so now level 2 is complete. So now that level 2 is done, we gotta work on level 3. And how we get to level 3 is slightly different than how we got to level 2. So at the end of every level, we're gonna have these 2 doors. It wasn't just a thing with level 1. So you can either press this button in door number 2 and go back to the entrance, or you press this button, you get dropped down into this chamber, and you're gonna go up to level 3. If level 3 was here, you would be in level 3 right now. And I haven't mined out the space for it quite yet, so real quick, let's mine out the area for level 3. So then, after a long time of mining, we got a giant hole dug out. And yeah, this is for just level 3. Level 3 is just this hole. And the best part, it's not even the biggest level. So a lot of level 3 I've already figured out. Like, for example, I want there to be skeletons shooting at you. And I want like half of the jumps to just be ice head hitters. Just because I suck. So before I can start building, I gotta capture these guys in minecarts. So now I just gotta put names on these. Alright, and now I just gotta go capture me some skeletons. Come on, bud. Come on, come here. Yes, I got him! Okay, there we go, I got another one. Oh man, I am covered in arrows right now. Anyway, just real quick, gonna fall through here, and boom, now we're on level 3-ish. I still need to actually make level 3. Alright, so it's been a while, but now level 3 is fully complete. Ignoring one key factor. The skeletons are not inside there, so I gotta put them in. Which I'm hoping shouldn't be too bad or too hard to do. There we go. Please, 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 please. Okay, I think... No, it didn't work. It didn't work. No, 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 no. There we go. Okay, he's in. Yes. Yes. Yes? Mr. Bones is in. Or Dr. Muscle, or whatever your name is. That was terrible. I hated every second of that. Really sucks, because that's not the last time I'll be moving skeletons for this game. But this does mean that level 3 is complete, which means now it's time for level 4, which I have already mined out. And I think I already got an idea for what I want to do with level 4. For level 4, I want there to be blocks coming in and out of the walls. So while you're in the level, the blocks could just get pulled back into the wall, which should make it pretty challenging. I'm gonna have it all set on a timer, and that timer should give the player just enough time to get to the end of the level. Not only that, but there are also gonna be even more skeletons shooting at the player, because that's how evil I am. Now, I'm gonna grab skeletons and get them in here a little later, but for now, let's make level 4. Yes. All right, it's going in. It's going in. It's in. And so now, level 4 is complete. So the thing with level 4 is that the jumps themselves aren't really that hard. It's just the blocks, they come in and out of the wall on a timer. So in a second, they're gonna get pushed out, and you just gotta do all the parkour, try to not fall off at that bit, and not fall in lava and die. Now, level 5 I've already got a plan for. Essentially, I want to add all of the challenges from the levels before level 5. So all of the parkour challenges you've seen in all of the previous levels are going to come back for level 5. And the exit is right here. And it's gonna go into level 5, part 2, where it's gonna be fully unique. I'll show you what part 2 of level 5 is like in a minute. But before that, let's make part 1. And now, part 1 of level 5 is complete. So as you can see, level 5 part 1 is just a combination of everything from the levels before it. So this bit right here is an example of level 1, right here is an example of level 2, the ice head hitters here is an example of level 3, and this part where the blocks come in and out of the walls is an example of level 4. And over here, this is how you enter level 5 part 2. So you step right here, door opens up, and level 5 part 2 is right down here. Now, for part 2, I have a few ideas involving slime blocks and lava and ladders and lava and death and lava. So I think it's time to make part 2 of level 5 and finish Night Run. So here we go. So with part 2 of level 5 all complete, which means level 5 is complete, I can finally say that I am done with this project. This has taken me about a month to do, and it has been one heck of a time, but yeah, I'm getting tired of this. So I want to finally have people play the game. So that way this month of work hasn't been for literally nothing. So I need to stock the game with all of its tokens and banners. And the tokens, I think I have enough for now. So it's banner time. There's the level 1 banner, and level 2 banner, and level 3 banner, there's the level 4 banner, and there's the level 5 banner. So those are going to be the banners that you collect in Night Run. So now I want to make the rare banners, which are pretty similar to the regular ones, and those are the rare banners. Remember, you get these banners after you collect 10 of the regular banners, and they don't really mean anything or do anything. Their entire purpose is just to look cool and be special. Okay, cool. So I should have everything needed to stock the game. So real quick, let me stock level 1 with all the level 1 banners, level 2 with level 2 banners, level 3 with level 3 banners, level 4 with level 4 banners, and you're never gonna get this, level 5 with level 5 banners, which means now I can finally say that the entire thing is done. Everything is stocked and it's ready to be played. So I'm gonna get a whole bunch of my friends online and let's see how they like the game.
Bang. Let's do this, let's do this.
Let's go for it.
Holy crap.
Okay, I'm jumping. I didn't make the jump.
If I don't make this jump, I will be swearing in Dutch. 3, 2, 1. See? See? Easy.
I am so good.
Oh, this one's very different.
Ladder jump. I made it. Ladder jump. I made it. No! No!
You're struggling on the ladder jumps? Oh, I'm struggling on the...
Alright, you got this. I believe in you.
I have a single heart.
There we go. There we go. Are you kidding me?
Oh,
I'm dead.
yeah, that happens to me.
Oh, this is like the first jump up with lava.
Yeah.
Oh, I just died.
So, I think they like it, and I bet that you guys are gonna like it too. You'll be able to get a world download of this project and play it yourself. To download the world, just join my Discord server and head over to the World Downloads channel, where I will be putting the world download for this project and others in the future. Join the Discord in the description down below, and I'll see you over there.